Good afternoon. It's a cloudy day in Bengaluru right now, and I just thought I'd have a tea with you, trying to hammer these Kannada words into my head. And so you're going to help me with that by listening to me tell a story containing a Kannada word. So welcome to Kannada Kate Cafe. And the thing that I want to talk about today, in English, it's appreciation. And I believe the Kannada word for that is ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ. ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ. And when I think about people in my life that I have ತುಂಬ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ, but I always remember her and I always wish to be like her. And that's my mother's mother, my grandma Marie. I have ತುಂಬ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for her because she was so kind to me and generous. And she actually went out of her way to go out and do things with me. She was my best friend growing up, actually. And whenever I was being disparaged by people, she defended me. ತುಂಬ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ. So much ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for that woman. The home that she had when I was a child. Hey girlie, how's Spice? There you are. She's checking out my tea. She's not gonna want it though. She's always checking out my food. Anyway, more on her later. Back to my grandma Marie. Actually, that's my middle name is Marie. I was named after my maternal grandmother, and I'm so glad because I loved her so much. You know, my family did not have a lot of money, and we kind of moved from rented place to rented place a little bit. But my grandmother and my grandpa, they had built a place on 1 acre of ground that had so many beautiful flowering plants and fruit trees and fruit plants of different kinds, a whole line of Concord grapes on one side. There were peaches and pears and cherries, and there was rhubarb and raspberries and just all kinds of things that we could enjoy growing up. Whenever we went to grandma's, often there was something that we could pick and eat or help grandma prepare them and put them into cans for the winter. She probably was the main person who taught me how to cook growing up, because my mother didn't like to cook, to be honest. But my grandmother, she loved to prepare a big spread of all kinds of different food for her family when they came over. And so I loved her very much, and I have a lot of ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for my grandma Marie. Another thing I have ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for, let me just start by saying that a lot of people show ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for purebred dogs. And some people, when it comes to dogs, they will spend a lot of money for a lab or a golden retriever or a husky or something like that. But I have ತುಂಬ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆ for the Indian street dog here. I can't tell you how impressed I've been just knowing the street dogs here. Everyone that I've met here in Bangalore has been just really outstanding. They get along with other animals. They get along with other dogs for the most part. I mean, they have their ways of working out their differences, but they know how to keep peace. They're friendly with people, with cows, with just everything. They're so nice. When I was in central Bangalore, I never missed an opportunity to give some kindness to one of the dogs that was on the street. And usually, I mean, Sometimes I felt like I should feed them and I would give them food, but so many times they didn't want my food. They just wanted me to give them some mechuge. They would come up and they would just beg to be petted on the head in a kind and peaceful way. What I thought, if I was to get one of these street dogs, what I want is a big, tall brindle dog, a male, something that looks like a tiger, you know? I just thought the brindle dogs here were very beautiful. One day I was going into town and little Sugar walked into my life. She was obviously very hungry. She was severely underweight, and so I bought her 4 little pastries from a tea stall and told her she was a good girl and went my way. And my plans didn't turn out that day like I wanted them to, but I told myself, I've got a place for a dog now, and if this dog comes to my place with me, or is closer to my place and follows me, this is gonna be my dog. And lo and behold, coming back towards home, there she was, closer towards where my home was. I picked her up, took her through the gate, told everybody this was my new dog, and I've never regretted it since. She has so much love and loyalty, and now that she's gotten strength and health, she always makes sure that my place is safe. There is never anybody who surprises me at my place. She's also been a very good sister for the puppy that I picked up a few months later. What happened was Sugar would be very upset when I was gone for long periods of time. I took a trip to Humvee one week. I think I was gone for, about a week. And she cried and cried. And so the people who were caring for her told me how distressed she was. And so I thought, maybe I should get her a companion. So I thought about it, prayed about it, and one day I came across a little puppy in the middle of the road. And I was a little concerned for this puppy because there were trucks and tractors going by on the road, and I was afraid she was going to get squished. So did you hear that? That was Sugar telling me that I had a delivery. So anyway, yes, but there was this little black puppy. I picked it up and set it off on the side of the road. It got out of the side of the road, back into the road, and kept following me, even though I had a friend that was trying to shush it away. And so this happened 3 times. 3 times this puppy came out of whatever hole I stuck her in and followed me. And I thought, maybe this is the answer to my prayer. Maybe this is the puppy. So I took her home. Sugar wasn't too happy about that at first, but I have never been happier to have a dog here at the house. She's so full of life and vigor and makes everybody laugh, and everybody who knows her just adores her. So I named her Spice. It goes along with Sugar, and she's kind of the spice of my life right now. Spice has grown up to be a wonderful dog. She's an excellent watchdog, so smart. I'm going to take a video of her doing some other games that we do together. It's a little bit of a challenge for me to keep her mentally challenged, but it's part of what makes her a joy to be around. I have Dumba Mechuge for the Indian street dog. They are wonderful, adaptable, loyal, anything that you could pretty much want in a dog. That's what they are. They're just cast off by unappreciative people. Alright, so a lot of people also know that I have Mechuge for a certain Indian actor and also his wife. This would be Yesh and Radhika. And I really have Mechuge for their efforts to be good role models for the people who watch them and become their fans. They've always tried to be good people, to have a good reputation, and right now they have 2 lovely children. They seem to be very good parents, and I really wish them all the happiness in the world, and I hope that their children grow up having Mechuge for their parents also, and what's the good life that they're being given. And last but not least, I have Mechuge for Kanadigaru. You folks have been so amazing. When I was in the US, everyone was asking me to come to India. Please come to India. And that was part of what motivated me to actually make the trip here. And I want to thank you for helping me to get out of my comfort zone, to continue to learn Kannada, even though I suck at language. But I keep trying because of you. You are the ones that motivate me to keep learning, keep trying. And everybody here's been so nice to me, with friendly faces and generous, hospitable people. So people here in Karnataka, thank you. Thank you so much. Tumba Mechuge for you, Kannada speaking people. You're so accepting and beautiful, and I just love you. So thank you for listening to my little story. I hope you enjoyed hearing about Mechuge, and I'm not going to forget that word very soon now. And that's my goal, to imprint these words into my head by pairing them with an emotional story, something that means something to me. And maybe it'll mean something to you too. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you'll tune in for another Kannada Kate Cafe soon. Bye.